Hey everyone, SAEXTZYPREZ here. I'm going to need you guys' help with an issue I'm having with the public school system that the young activist goes to. Now, I've had issues with this school in the past with one of my other children. I knew that when the young activist started going to this school that he was going to have some similar issues. So I'm going to need your guys' help. I'm asking for everyone's help. We're going to give them a wake-up call, guys. We're going to give them mini wake-up calls. So that's what I'm going to ask you guys to help me with today. So I'm gonna be giving you guys some details on what happened, and then I'm gonna have a couple of videos demonstrating the issues that we're having with this school. But first off, I want to start off with saying that the school has sent home a federal survey that they want the parents to fill out and send back to the school. Now, every survey they get back, they get funding for. Basically, it's a survey of saying whether or not you're military connected, what branch you were in, what base you work on, kind of a lot of private information on this form. So on the other side of this form is a little letter. It says, I'm going to read it to you guys. It says, "Dear parent or guardian, under Title 8 of the Elementary and Secondary Education Act, the Judson Independent School District is eligible for federal impact aid funds. The Judson District is entitled to these funds because the district schools enroll students whose parents are federally connected. In order to apply for the funds, it is necessary to secure information from parents and students who are federally connected." Now, in bold print, they have here, "The information the district is required to obtain is printed on the reverse side of this letter. It is essential that all persons are federally connected complete this survey. In addition, a survey must be completed for each child that attends a Judson school. If you have any questions regarding this survey, please call the principal of your child's school or Joe Gonzalez, Executive Director of Student Support Services, at 210-619-0352. Okay, that's a federal form that I refused to fill out at the beginning of the school year. So over a course of about 2 months, we kept getting emails. The young activist, his name is Jonah, has been pulled out of class numerous times and given this form at the front office and told to bring it home to his parents to sign. So my first problem with that is you're pulling kids away from the curriculum for a federal form that's not even mandatory for parents to fill out. So you're pulling kids away from their education so you can beg for money, for the school district can beg for money, okay? So this goes on for a couple months, pulling Jonah out of class, sending him home, sending us multiple emails about this federal form. Well, finally I got fed up with it. And we felt like it was harassment. We got bombarded with so many emails, and Jonah kept bringing them home, and Jonah kept bringing this form home, and you know, we got tired of it. It felt like they were harassing us. So there's a website that you can go and check your child's grades at this school district. And mind you, Jonah is pretty much a straight A student. He may have a B every now and then. He's a good kid, never gets in trouble, no disciplinary actions, always passing his grades, always. He's never in trouble. So I go on and I check his grades, and he's got a 50% in one of his classes. So I decided to write the teacher this letter here. This letter was dated November 8th, 2017. And it reads like this. Miss Jackson, I would like to know if you could give me an explanation of Jonah's grade of a 50 in your class. Is he behind on his work of assignments? Does he need to attend tutoring? Is his behavior unacceptable? If so, can you share with me the curriculum that he is deficient in? Thank you. And I dated the letter. She writes me back in about 2 days after she gets the letter. Mr. Ferguson, in flight time, we have very short writing assignments. On a good day, Jonah will complete his work. On other days, Jonah does not complete his work. The current reason Jonah has a 50 is because he did not turn in his federal form. I will be putting grades in today, and he will get credit for the work he has completed. So that was a letter I got back from Miss Jackson from the Kitty Hawk Middle School. That's the school Jonah goes to, Kitty Hawk Middle School. Okay. So I decided to call a school district with this phone number that's listed on the front of this federal form, and I asked for Joe Gonzalez. He's the Executive Director of Student Support Services. I'm going to be including that phone call in this video. So basically my question to that was, is this part of the curriculum? This federal form. Is it part of the curriculum? Does he get a grade for not turning it in? Because if so, we need to discuss that. They assured me that it was not part of the curriculum.
Good afternoon, student support. This is Yvonne.
Who am I speaking with?
This is Joe Gonzalez's office. This is Yvonne. I just left you a message.
Yes, ma'am. This is Todd Ferguson.
Hi, sir.
I have a question. My son, I got this number off the federal form.
Uh-huh.
And my question is this federal form part of the curriculum?
No, sir.
Okay, so my son's teacher has given him a 50. I have a note here from her. She says he has a 50 in his class because he did not turn in his federal form and did not complete an assignment.
Okay. The federal form is not supposed to count against a student in any way. We want them to have it completed and return it, but it's not part of curriculum, and their students should not be graded for it or penalized.
Okay.
Do you know the teacher's name?
Yeah, but I'm gonna go up to the school and deal with this tomorrow. Her name is Miss Jackson.
Yeah, because we encourage the parents to complete it. You know, it's a yes or no if you are connected, because we are eligible being in a highly military impacted area. Mm-hmm. We get money for our district, you know, that is going towards the students if the parents are federally connected. So either way, yes or no, we need the form to be counted and returned back to us just in case we're audited by the government. But the students are not penalized for, you know, not turning it in, and that's not how they're supposed to be using that form. And we did explain that to the campuses in our meetings, but I think some people are so anxious to get a 100% rating of turn-in, you know, that they kind of take it to the extreme, but no way should your student be penalized. So unless it's just for the missing assignment, the course curriculum work, then that form does not count against.
Well, I inquired about his missing assignment, and he doesn't have any missing assignments, so...
Well, she may have been using it in that manner, and that's not how that should be done.
Right. Well, so on the parent center, it says that he has a 50 because he has not turned in his federal form.
And for that, it said under missing assignment, it says federal form.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, address that with Ms. Broom because they know that they're not supposed to penalize students for that.
Okay. And then this form here, it's not mandatory. So.
No, sir. It's not mandatory. We do encourage you just to send it back, you know what I'm saying, but it's not like it's going to count against him, right?
Okay, I understand. Okay. Well, thank you very much. What was your name again?
Well, Yvonne.
All right, Yvonne. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir. You have a good evening.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
So we've been a little busy this afternoon.
Well, we have a few issues we'd like to talk to you about.
Okay.
The first one is we'd like an explanation on what the school's requirement is for your school on this federal form, and then we'd like an explanation on what the school is requiring from us, or what our requirement is for this federal form.
The federal forms, the district guides it. Everybody does the federal forms. It's something that federal.
But when you say everybody,
all the schools.
define everybody. All the schools.
All the schools have to do the federal form.
Okay.
The district gives us our guidance in sending it out and getting it, turned in, and we get a lot of pressure from the district to get every form turned in, if possible.
Okay, so that's the school's requirement. Well, that's the district's requirement for the federal form. So what is the parents' requirement for this federal form?
Well, we strongly encourage you to fill it out, but we can't force you to fill it out.
Okay. So here's my concern, because this is kind of bordering on harassment, because we get emails. I've sent a letter to his teacher on November 8th about this, and she responded. You're pulling our son out of class away from curriculum because of this federal form, and I don't know how many kids I've seen out in the lobby come down for this federal form being pulled out of class. Okay, right now he has a 50 on Parent Center and flight time. According to his teacher, it's because he hasn't turned in an assignment. The assignment she has listed is the federal form. I called the district on this.
We've talked to her.
I talked to the district on this. Here's a letter right here. It's from Miss Jackson.
Jackson.
And you're putting these kind of pressure on our son, on his grade, to turn this in. This is not part of the curriculum.
No, it's not.
And we've talked to her, and she has told us
She has to change his grade from almost a month ago.
She says she's on it, but we check daily, and it's still 50. He has no missing assignments.
This is her words right here. Jonah is not. The current reason Jonah has a 50 is because he did not turn in his federal form.
I will take care of that. That's not something that you can give a student a grade on.
Exactly.
So I will thank you for bringing that to my attention.
And we sent her a letter.
Can I see the letter that she sent back to you?
Yeah. So we sent this letter almost a month ago, and it still hasn't been rectified. Make a copy of it if you like. So either she's being untruthful or she's being vindictive. I don't know what it is, but it needs to be straightened out.
Right. Do you mind if I make a copy
Sure.
of this? And then,
So let me get back to this. Why are we pulling these students out of class, away from their curriculum for a form that's not mandated to be filled out?
was he being pulled out of flight time?
No, just right now. Just about.
We're sitting there, and I don't know how many kids.
Around
3 o'clock.
3 kids.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying
No,
at
it's
3
about
o'clock.
3.
I mean, I don't understand why you guys are
It's like,
pulling
oh my
kids
gosh.
away from curriculum for this, because.
We do get a great deal of pressure to get them turned in.
Okay, so that's not an excuse. Is that excuse or a reason? Because
we work to get them turned in. And if
So
we
you
give the kids those at the end of the day, they're more likely not to lose them.
okay, so you're pulling them away from curriculum, from their lessons, for a federal form that the government's requiring you guys to fill out. Okay, so I'm not expecting him to be sent to the office or pulled out of his class this year, because this is like the 3rd year in a row that we've had to go through this. Because the next call the district gets from us is going to be from our attorney. I run a very popular YouTube channel that concentrates on government accountability, and when I do a video on the district's not going to like the outcome of it. A very popular YouTube channel. So I will be doing a video on this.
That's one of the issues that we've had with this school in the last couple months. Last week, Jonah was unlawfully searched at the school. I didn't get Jonah's statement on video earlier, so I'm gonna go ahead and record it.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm on speaker. There's nobody around that's listening, but I'm working at the same time.
Okay.
So speak up so I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay, so what happened was I was going to the restroom and there was another kid in there at the same time that I was. So after about a minute or so, when I was in the restroom, the officer opened the door and said, "Let's go." I thought maybe he just wanted us to go back to class, thought we were goofing around or something. But as we were walking out of the restroom, he said, put your hands on the wall. And I told him that you're not going to search me. And he said, put your hands on the wall. And I said, you're not going to search me. So what he did was said, put your hand on the wall or it's about to get real. So I put my hand on the wall and then he patted me down or whatever. And then he asked for a assistant principal to come down and I guess talk to me and the other kid that was with me. So we went down to the office and I asked a lady in the office several times if I can call my mom. They refused every time. So after a few minutes, they kept telling me to sit down. They wouldn't let me call my mom after I asked several times. So the principal took me to her office and asked me to please take off my shoes, socks, and empty out my pockets. They wanted, I guess, to check for drugs or guns. And then after that, they called my mom and Todd. I refused maybe at least 15, 20 times. And they kept saying, no, you have to do it. Yeah, I tried asking to call my mom, and they wouldn't let me.
Okay, guys, so basically, Jonah was held hostage by the school. He asked numerous times, up to 15 times, for them to let him call his mom. They took his cell phone from him. Jonah wasn't involved in anything nefarious in the restroom. He was in there about a minute and enough time for him to do his business and get out of there. They held him hostage. They wouldn't let him call his parents. He asked numerous times for them to call his parents and they refused. So I've drafted a letter to the school. This is what it reads. Notice to Kitty Hawk Middle School and Judson ISD 2/9/2018. To all administrative staff members and police staff, in recognition of our parental rights and obligations under the Due Process Clause of the 14th Amendment of the United States Constitution, the 4th Amendment of the United States Constitution, and the 5th Amendment of the United States Constitution, and I included what each one of those amendments are behind them. We are hereby putting Kitty Hawk Middle School and its entire staff and police staff on notice that from this day forward, our son, Jonah, will not be participating in any kind of investigation, whether criminal or administrative, involving Jonah, that anyone at Kitty Hawk Middle School, whether administrative staff or police staff, decide to investigate concerning Jonah. Our son has been denied access to the use of the school telephone on more than one occasion to make calls to his parents. He has also been subjected to unreasonable search and seizure at Kitty Hawk Middle School without prior notification to us as parents. From this day forward, Jonah has been instructed by our attorney not to answer questions from any and all staff members and police concerning any investigation that may be conducted concerning Jonah, other than curriculum-related questions. Jonah has also been instructed to refuse consent of any and all searches of his persons and property until a parent is present. Jonah has also been instructed to respond to questions concerning any administrative or criminal questioning with the verbal response of "call my parents." That is the only response that Jonah will be giving during this line of questioning. Jonah will be allowed to call one or both of his parents immediately when he has requested. No exceptions, whether it be from a school phone or his personal cell phone. The staff at Kitty Hawk Middle School will no longer hold my son hostage, period. Lastly, any further unreasonable harassment or intimidation of our son Jonah outside the presence of we, the parents, by staff members or police will be considered intentional, retaliatory, and or discriminatory. Any questions concerning this notice can be directed to our attorney. Signed, Todd and Joanna. That's the letter. It's going to the school on Monday. I'm hoping that when they're reading those letters, that their phones are being answered. Concerned citizens exercising their First Amendment right to seek redress from the government, which this is a public school funded by the government. That's what should be going on Monday. So I'm asking for everyone's help. All my subscribers, all my viewers. If you support me, then you support my family. The young activist has always been by my side. He's always supported me. He's filmed numerous audits with me. I couldn't ask for a better kid. I'm asking for my subscribers and my viewers to let's give this school a wake-up call and let them know they can't unlawfully search kids without probable cause, reasonable articulable suspicion. I'll be including the phone numbers in the description below. I'll also include them at the end of this video. I appreciate everybody supporting me and my wife, Buck G, and the young activists. We strive to fight hard for everybody's rights, and I appreciate everybody who's ever supported us. Thank you for watching, and thank you for supporting. SAEXTZYPREZ out.
This is how we do it.